This one run out. Ooh.
Yeah, this is man coverage. Was this third down, you said?
Yeah, this is 3rd and 4 and Kansas City's 31. I'm gonna go ahead and play it
So
back
this is
to the
something
line.
Jack Del Rio does a lot. He calls a lot of man coverage on third down. And so one of the things that I've been a little disappointed with is William Jackson III and his man coverage. Because I think one of the things they've told him is they'd prefer him to have better feet with his man coverage as opposed to using his hands.
Okay.
And if you watch his feet at the beginning here, he kind of is like, for lack of a better word, he's got like panicked feet. You know what I mean? He kind of opens up to the inside too quickly and opens the gate the other way. Because if you look at the coverage across the board, it's pretty tight. And he's not in a terrible position here, but I think he could be helped by using his feet a little bit better, just being a little bit more patient. Like if you let it play, I think you'll be able to see what I'm talking about.
All right.
So watch him here, like how he's so aggressive. You know what I mean? Like he just needs to kind of soft shoe that a little bit more, and I think he'd be all right. A little better spot. And like that guy's a fast player, and maybe that's why he's trying to be aggressive at the start here. But just kind of relax. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't need to jump on that as quick. Like
I see what you're saying. He committed a little bit too early than he should have. Like
I think his feet could be better, is what I'm saying. And I will say, like, that's really good coverage against a fast football player. And one of the reasons he doesn't have safety up over top is because they're cutting the crosser by Tyreek Hill there. So like So I think that's another thing to consider. Like a lot of people see that, so that's a bad play by William Jackson. I'm kind of the same way. This is the first time I'm seeing the all 22, and like to me, that's pretty good coverage. Like can it be better? Like minutely, yes, but I think that's a pretty good play. And like I think fans see the big play and they say, oh, William Jackson III is having a rough season, but like I don't know how you get much better on that play. I know he struggled later with other stuff, but that play is pretty solid in my opinion.
So let me ask you a question then about William Jackson before we get into this one. He mentioned in the preseason, I would say, I haven't really heard it since the regular season started. He mentioned that he was still getting adjusted to the system. Now, I'm not sitting here going to say that contributes to his footwork. I wouldn't say that part, but what does that mean in the sense of maybe he's not understanding something on the field? Like, what exactly does that mean when he says he's getting adjusted to the system? Because, again, like you said, fans can kind of see him saying like he hasn't had the best year after, coming here from Cincinnati, but I don't know like the science behind when he says system versus what we're seeing on the field, because all we see like in big moments is him not looking too good, and I want to kind of like distinguish what it is that he's talking about.
So I think it's multifaceted, it's multifactorial in the sense that like not only is there a new technique that they're teaching him, which he's talked about a little bit, but also like people run defenses differently. It's not like everyone runs cover 3 and it's exactly the same across the league, right? There's a little bit of nuance and a little bit of specificity that each team cultivates when running cover 3. And so there are rules, right? Let's say you get a 3-by-1.
Okay.
The way that Seattle runs cover 3 is a little different than like the way the Washington football team runs cover 3, right? And so understanding those rules and how to match different concepts, like for example, they run more zone here than he did when he was in Cincinnati. So understanding the zone concepts at a high level, I think, is something that is probably pretty challenging for him, and it requires a ton of communication and a ton of familiarity, because defense is such a reactive thing. Like you're reacting to the formation, you're reacting to the personnel, you're reacting to the route combination. So if you don't understand how those route concepts are trying to beat the coverage and your rules versus a specific route concept, you're going to look like a little silly sometimes. And I think, they've got a whole bunch of new pieces back there. And I think that was one of the reasons why they struggled early on in the season.
Whole hard in the trenches, ask a nigga what he benching, triple digits, nigga, don't forget to mention. Whole hard in the trenches, ask a